All right. All right. I believe we're feeding out to the folks out there. If you're hearing this, let us know. Um, of course, the Walter's showing off his food. And you know what's funny? As soon as we go live, Walter's signal degrades. I don't know what's the deal with that. Could be me. Let me check and see what's going on here. I will. Maybe I need to take off some of these things that I have going here. So, all right. Anyway, listen. First place I want to recommend that everyone go to, of course, is hankstrange.com. Sign up for our email list there. Lots of good things. You guys know what I say about that. Lola has Lola's deals. You know, if you sign up for the email list, we can notify you of stuff that we have going on over here. You look around the website, you can find alternative places that you can go to support us. So please do that. I also want to point everyone to a U.S. Law Shield. We have a link that's in the chat of this particular video, as well as you guys can find it on hankstrange.com. Of course, that's where it's going to be. You know, we can't really put it in the YouTube video itself because YouTube doesn't like that kind of stuff. But if you sign up for a yearly membership, you can save some money. Couple of shekels can come here in our direction. It all helps out. We appreciate it. So please do that. All right, I am going to, let's see, I'll throw Walter up in here. You guys can see him for now. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Smash those thumbs up, share it, all of that. We appreciate that here. Let me start the intro here. Let's go with that.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyles of the Locked and...
All right, guys, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, smash the bell. I don't know. Ring the bell. That's what you need to do. Here we go. We'll ring the bell. Walter, you got a bell? I got one here. I don't know where Walter's bell is.
I'm doing a speed test to prove it's
Walter's
on your end. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. We are live.
Oh, it's on your end. I can tell you right now.
Yes, I know. It's finally Friday around here. This is episode 811 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast, coming to you, of course, from the Hank Strange Media van. Check that out. This is about what you guys can see. I mean, I'll show you. I'll share some pictures with you if you're nice. And of course, my guest, there he goes, Walther Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms, joining us.
856 download and 941 upload. So it ain't me, buddy. It ain't me.
It's so awesome.
Oh, it's better now. Look at that.
Yeah, your signal gets better the minute you search it. That's so weird. It's so interesting. It's like a conspiracy.
And I'm having some Chinese too, everybody. So just bear with me as I eat in front of you.
Yeah. And by the way, big shout out to Walther Arms for sponsoring the show. Yes, there you go, Walther Arms. We appreciate them sponsoring the show here. Something that Walter and I were talking about, because I actually carry a Walther PPS M2 now.
There's a
I
recall
carry that.
going on.
Yeah, so we'll do. It's been going on for a while, Walter. It's been going on for a while. Yeah, let me see if I could actually share some info on that here.
That notice that I showed you. That notice I showed you came in the mail. So.
Yeah, I think they're just reminding everyone that that's out there. Let me see here. I will go. So here we go. If you go to Walther's website, Walther PPS M2 recall, it's a reminder. This is not a new PPS M2. They said back on November 16th, 2018, we issued a recall on PPS M2s with certain serial numbers. And this is a reminder for those of you with a PPS M2 to check your serial number against this list and verify that you've had the recall service completed on your PPS M2 pistol. Like mine, I think it has the night vision and all that kind of stuff on it. So there's info here. If you guys just search Walther PPS M2 recall, and it shows you all the serial numbers. Mine is an AZ serial number, so it's not in here. Yeah, so you can all just follow these directions, and you'll be able to figure out if you need to do it or not.
No recall for you. No recall.
Yeah, no recall. So I'm good. I like my PPS M2. I think you've shot it before.
I probably
think
have.
so. Yeah, I think so. We'll do some more stuff on that here. Big shout out to Shooting Gallery Annie's out there. It's finally Friday, so if you guys want shout outs, we'll do shout outs. Armament and Axes is out there. I think he's on the road. He's traveling, or he's on the run. One of those. I don't know. I'm not sure. He could be on the run. I don't know. We'll find out from him. We'll see what's going on with that. And let's see. I'm just going through here to see what's going on.
Crumpy.
Oh, shooting gallery. Any? I guess he's got COVID. That's what he's saying. He says at home with the coof, me and Icy are riding the storm and taking our vitamins. I'm guessing that's supposed to be wifey. So yeah, oh, he says it here. Sorry, meant to say the wife. Yes. So there you go. Shout out to Michael Avens out there. Also, Alan Powell says our video is good.
Okay.
Although he says Walt looks like he's being filmed with a baked potato. Yeah, I can't really explain that. Cannot explain that. Scorched Earth Firearms. Rod Mills says, "We love you, Hank Strange and Walter."
Hey, Rod, what's up?
Yeah, so there you go. Shout out to Rod Mills. And Robert Pozzarina, maybe, hopefully I'm saying that right, says, greetings from behind enemy lines in the Democratic Republic of New Jersey. Shout out also to the twice balded one, Flying Rich. He's out there. John Crump is also out there. Shout out to Crumpy. Len Holt as well is out there. Let's see. Night Train is out there. Night Train says move to a free state, which is what everyone says. Not as easy as all of that. Yeah. And DLD After Dark gives us a shout out. He was actually supposed to be on the show today, Walt, but he had some some stuff came up and he couldn't do it.
Oh.
But I mean, we understand that.
Imperial complications.
Oh. Yeah, you know how it goes.
Yeah, I know. I went to, Sunday I'm watching the TV, watching the whole hurricane thing. Mm-hmm. Monday it's like, we need to go to New Orleans. We're going in the morning. I'm like, well, Tuesday driving, Wednesday drop off stuff, drive home. The week is like, what day is? I didn't know what day it was hardly. It's like, okay, it's Friday already? Wow.
Yeah, you've been on a mission.
Yeah.
I think I said this to you before we started, but I'll say it again here, for Finally Friday. Kudos need to be given out to you, Walter. You're such a good husband. You're a good man. I don't know if Peggy really appreciates you.
She does.
I hope so. I hope Peggy is right now building a statue in your honor.
Oh boy, I don't even want to go there.
But you're cool. You drove. Your people, your your bloodline people aren't in Louisiana, but Peggy's, the family relations on Peggy's side of there.
I don't have a big family. But on the other side of the coin, there's a bunch of them over there. So.
Oh, on Peggy's side.
Yeah.
No.
So,
yes, there is.
Yeah.
I remember at the wedding, most of those people.
That's all them.
Yeah, your dad was at the wedding, and
my
your sister and you. That's it, right? Not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, your two sons. Your two sons.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to give Will.
Jake and Elwood were there. Elwood were there.
Right. The rest of those people who were all trying to figure out who I was, and that I was lying to them and telling them I was your son. Those were all Peggy's people. So.
Yeah, there was a bunch, yeah.
Yeah, so tell us how that whole adventure to Louisiana went, man. How was it?
Driving there, no problem. Traffic wasn't bad. We got a phone call when we were approaching Mobile that we needed to go buy a couple air conditioners. So I was like, okay, let's go see it. So we first went to a Lowe's in Spanish Fort, Alabama. That's right before you get to the Mobile Bay Bridge. The Lowe's was out completely. I'm like, oh, this ain't a good sign. So then we go to the Home Depot down the road, and they had a bunch of air conditioners and generators. So we picked up a couple of AC units for them. Those small.
On the way there, people were sending you requests?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we need generators, we need AC.
We need pick up a couple. It's like
bring us some sandwiches.
Peggy brother's like, I should have told you this earlier, but could you stop and pick up a couple air conditioners, like a couple
Oh, you're so
the
good.
window units? And he's like, I don't care what they cost, just get them. So
Okay, because he sent you money and stuff like that.
no, I just put the card in, but
Okay.
he gave us money. He gave us money before we left.
Okay.
But they were like $250 a piece.
I'm just teasing.
So it wasn't like crazy bad.
Mm-hmm.
The Home Depot there had them in Spanish Fort. Threw them in the car. Got to New Orleans probably 11ish.
Mm-hmm.
I posted that video. If anybody wants to see it on Dirtfoot Racing, I think I did that there.
Oh, where you were driving around in the dark?
Driving in the dark, and I turned the lights off for a second. Peggy goes, turn the lights back on.
You should have been like Patrick and had your night vision on.
I know that would have been perfect place for that.
Right.
But yeah, and so then after that we went back to her mom's, which there was no power, and basically crashed on the living room floor with a fan. Alexis had a generator running that I had given her a few years ago, and had a fan going and got a few hours of sleep. The power. My mother-in-law's house is right next to a substation, a power station, and the power company brought a generator there and had it running and with a cord going into their building there. I don't know if they were back powering something or drying something out or what. I don't know what they were doing, but that damn generator was loud. It was like,
Yeah.
It didn't keep me from falling asleep, but about 4ish in the morning, I think it ran out of gas and it finally stopped. So, but Alexis had one going, and then there was a neighbor across the street at an angle, and he had one running. His house was all lit up, I think.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So he was
got
good.
up in the morning, went over there, had a little something to eat, took the stuff off the trailer, gathered up the mother-in-law. She came back with us, Peggy's mom.
Yeah.
And,
okay. Oh, so you got the mother-in-laws over there.
Yeah.
Listen,
at the
Walter,
house.
when I go to Louisiana,
Yeah.
I want to see a massive statue erected in your honor in New Orleans. I want. If I don't see this, because I'm just saying, you're a good dude, man. Seriously, no. All kidding aside, you're a good guy. Because there's no way. First of all, let's say something happened to Lola's people in Maryland. You know what's my first thing I'm going to say to her? Who the hell told them to live in Maryland? That's what I'm going to say. And then I'm not driving there. And then when I'm driving there, because Lola has now like forced me to drive up there, which I know that's not what happened with you guys. On my way there, people are not calling me to make orders. But you are saintly. I just have to say that compared to me. I'm the epitome of evil, of human evilness, and you are saintly. You are saintly, man. I want to see that statue of you. I want to see a statue of Walter Keller like this, and
with a generator in my hand.
Yeah. I want to see.
As we're going down the interstate, going west on Interstate 10, we'd pass other people with Louisiana tags that had generators in the back.
Right.
So we come rolling up on this Mercedes sedan, which was maybe from the 90s or something.
Oh, okay.
2000, a big 4-door. Forget the model, and its ass end is dragging as low on the ground, and it's not because they did that on purpose. There were 4 guys in the thing. And who knows what they had in the trunk? But the guys in the back were sitting in the middle. There was a generator in the middle of them, in a box. So obviously they were going back.
Yeah.
So
lots of people.
A lot of power trucks heading west.
Yeah.
Power companies.
Listen, it is tough, but I'm just trying to say, because I know everyone out there. I hope you guys realize. I know I am not the only person. I'll be like, no way, man. No, I'm sorry. Not going over there. And it's not that I don't care or anything like that. Right. But, I am just not that awesome. I'm just not that awesome. That's my thing. If an asteroid hit Florida, okay, and we are going down, who's coming to save us? No one's coming to save us. But no, I get it. You're awesome. Peggy's also awesome. Peggy always feeds me, so I can't,
Yep. So
I got to be good. I got to be good. But Peggy she's good people. She comes from good people. So I know that's why you're taking care of her family. But they better, when I go over there, there should be like in their houses there should be a
shrine,
a commissioned portrait of you like this. Just in everyone's house. Everyone's house. All babies henceforth should be named Walter.
I'm not asking for any special recognition.
Damn it. Okay. No. Is Peggy hearing any of this? Can we, can we campaign for you to get some?
Over there? No.
Yeah. You are better than the UN, Walter.
Yeah, I don't impregnate all the teenage girls in the city.
Oh, well, okay, Walter. This is not. That's not what I'm saying.
That's what the UN does.
John Crump gave us $2. He says,
money.
John Crump says he will save us. Can I say John Crump doesn't even come out of his house? Well, he said, now he says, "Psych, you're on your own." Of course, we're on our own. He's not going to save us. He doesn't come out of his house.
So yeah, this week kind of just evaporated, so to speak. So
yeah,
I mean, but that's what you do,
No, absolutely. I understand. It's
I had the good, I had the goods, so to speak. I mean, I had the generators.
Yeah. Well, you can't. This is what happens when you make videos about generators, man. you gotta
step up.
You paint yourself into a corner. Kevin Sazarez says, "Better than FEMA." Yeah.
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 Shooting Gallery Annie says I will save you all. No, you won't. No. You won't save us. Yeah, so anyway, that is cool. So everyone in the family over there, they're good.
Yeah, everybody's all right. Okay. Just hot, hot and sweaty, that thing.
Yeah. So has anyone gotten their power back?
Actually, Alexis got a notice from Entergy, the power company, that tomorrow the power might be back on.
Okay.
Some other neighborhoods, they had a whole list of the neighborhoods that have came back up.
Okay.
So I guess they're rerouting stuff, and I guess next door at the power station, there's actually a light on inside the power station, so that means they got power there. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think
some wise sage person, someone with the wisdom of Methuselah, said that probably a lot of the power will be back in about a week or so, but I can't remember. I believe that was me. What?
Yeah. I mean, it's like here when the power went out. Some people had it the next day.
Oh, some people don't. Yeah.
And then some people waited a week or two more to get the power back, just depending where they're at on the line.
Yeah, well, where you are on the grid. I think we were talking about that before we started. Because when the power goes out here, my power typically comes back on sooner than other people because there's an emergency, a volunteer fire department right across the street from us. But then there'll be other people in the actual county that I live in, because I think our county has several different grids.
Yeah, it's probably fed from different directions. So.
Yeah. So not everyone gets, and I think even didn't it the last time when something was going on, and your dad's not in the same county as me, but he's not far away from me, and I think I had power back, but he didn't, right?
It's a possibility because he lives out in the frickin' woods, so.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a little bit more remote, and he's like closer to the Gulf.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And he's like, as we're driving up there, he calls me and says, "Hey, what's going on?" He goes, "Hey, what's going on?" And so I'm driving to New Orleans. What? I'm driving to New Orleans to take some generators and stuff. He goes, "You want to come by and get mine?" I said, "No, Dad." Yeah. Which, when he says mine, it's mine. I gave it to my father. That's one of the ones that I... Yes. So I said, "No, Dad, if you need a generator, you need to keep that. You never know.
Walter,
hurricane season..."
This just occurred to me, and I'm gonna see if Toxic Patch Company can make a patch for you. Shout out to him, by the way. He's out there. You are like the patron saint of generators. You're like the Santa Claus of generators.
Can we do one like General Mate? What is his name? The general that was the Secretary of Defense that Trump fired. When he was like a religious thing with hand grenades and.
Yeah, This is what Toxic Patch Company says. They see a statue of a white man in New Orleans. They're gonna say he did something racist. Take it down.
It must be Civil War, man. Take that
Yeah.
motherfucker down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I do want to see. I want to see. I want to see statues, man. If I ever get invited to any of the New Orleans family events again, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be sitting in their house, just very judgmentally looking around, like, I think something's missing here. You know?
Where's
do you,
that? Where's
yeah.
that,
Do you guys?
that,
Yeah. Do you guys know what's missing? Am I the only person? I don't think Peggy's gonna allow me to be invited anywhere.
No, they were very thankful. I got thanked by everybody.
I am just teasing. I am just teasing.
Or I said we got thanked by everybody.
Yeah. I am just teasing. They're all awesome and fun and funny people too. So I know it sucks. Like, if you're actually the person who has no freaking power, and there's worse problems that could happen to you, right? That's the worst thing.
Yeah.
But you got no power, man. That gets old fast.
Oh, it's hot. Oh, it's freaking.
Yeah,
hot,
New Orleans
sweaty,
is hot
sticky.
and humid.
New Orleans is just like here. You know, I mean, it's sitting in you think about it, New Orleans is in that bowl, so it is really humid inside that bowl in there. So, but anyways, it's funny.
Yeah.
Peggy's uncle showed up at Peggy's brother's house to pick up a chainsaw, and he was with Peggy's. I think it's Peggy's cousin's husband. I forget the lineage. There's so many of them. But anyways, but anyway, and
there
neither
are a
one
lot
of them
those people.
neither one of them really knew how to run the chainsaw. So, and my brother-in-law is showing them how to work it and all this stuff. Plus, one of the saws on the pole saw.
Yeah.
You know. So I'm just thinking, oh man, this ought to be funny. I have to videotape this stuff. Yeah.
No, you can't do that in these times.
Peggy's uncle is by trade, he's a hairdresser. He's always and he's not funny or anything. He just he's had 2 shops that they did. He's been doing like 40 years.
I never even thought that, man. A
lot of people that are hairdressers are.
I never thought that.
On the flighty side, so to speak.
I never thought that. That might be a cool way for a dude to meet chicks. Just think about that for a second.
You meet all kinds of chicks, old ones especially. But
hey, the old ones are more appreciative.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's actually he's retiring, trying to sell a shop, but he can't find anybody who wants to buy it. But anyhow, so I was just thinking to myself, this is gonna go really well. I'll see how this goes, But so anyways, yeah, and they were over there, and
you're not getting a statue in that guy's house. You're not getting a statue now. Your statue's been canceled over there, just based on that conversation. Listen, Kevin Sazarat says, "What's the best generator?" Let's get that one out there right now.
That's hard to say. I haven't dealt with all of them, but I mean, let's say this: bigger the better. If you can run a bigger one, you can run more stuff in your house. So, I personally have natural gas in my house, so I'm going to seriously start looking into the home standby one that's always there. There were people in the neighborhood when I was driving. It was pitch black. There were houses that were completely lit up because those mofos had their
whole house generators.
Yeah.
I would. This would definitely after this. People should save their money instead of spending it on Mardi Gras beads. They should get some whole house generators.
That's been one of my arguments all the time. This New Orleans is you have Mardi Gras and you have Jazz Fest. That's the 2 big things in
And they're awesome. These are important to America. Mardi Gras is important to America, and jazz, of course.
Yeah, but not to gripe on that, but what kind of like me, when I get the half a scent of a smell of a hurricane coming. I go get like 5 or 6 jerry cans full of gas because I know what'll happen as soon as it gets close. Everybody runs to the gas station.
Yeah.
So, but you see that in New Orleans, and they're right. That's Hurricane Central right there. But nobody's really prepared.
Every year you would be. There's a whole bunch of different things. Like, do you remember There was like some kind of big flood. I'm trying to remember what it was, and there was a guy that had a system that you just inflate and it creates a
around
moat
his house.
around your. I would have that. I would have solar panels set up. I would have a generator that runs off of propane or whatever.
Now, if you had the solar panels for this occasion right now, and you had proper batteries, you'd be good.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you can run your AC for very long off the batteries.
No, but you can if you've got a battery bank and you're storing energy during the day, you can at least run lights and fans.
Yeah, you can have lights and fans, and fans is a big help. I mean, if you can sit in front of a fan,
huge. You know,
yeah.
If you can open the windows, you got mosquito netting or screens and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. It's better than nothing.
So, it's the same story. Like every time something happens there, people don't have no power, they don't have no generator.
Yeah, people go right back to partying. Yeah. I know. The more I hang out with you, like, everyone's not always, and I'm not acting like I'm the most prepared person either.
No, I'm not either, to be honest with you. But
yeah,
if I buy 5 or 6 jerry cans of gas and there's no hurricane, I'm going to buy that gas anyways to put in the car, right?
Yeah.
At some point.
Well, you could always run it in the lawnmower. You could do a whole bunch of different things.
When you get tired of looking at it, just pour it in the car when you need to fill up.
Yeah.
True. I get it if you're in an apartment, you can't do that stuff in an apartment. If you don't. But come on, man.
Yeah.
Everybody can have a little generator. Everybody can. So.
Yeah. Or even now, like you've seen, I have the Jackery thing, which basically, when you have power, you get a couple of those, you plug them in, you keep them charged up. It's like a big battery. Yeah. And when power goes out, you can actually run your fridge off of like a Jackery 1000 for a couple days. You can run your fridge off.
Yeah, right. And you're going to eventually have to charge and things do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you could also be charging the Jackery from your solar panels too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so if you look at that route with all that, solar energy and all that stuff like that, and a little generator, you can get by.
Yeah. You could do the basics. Bravo Grunt says General Mattis. That's who you talk.
General Mattis, yeah.
General Mattis.
I really like that guy because he's like a straight shooter. But him and Trump didn't get along because both of them were have personalities.
Yeah.
And, when you put two personalities like that together, usually there's a nuke goes off. So
depending on if everyone is secure with their manhood or not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're secure, like, so you and I, we're pretty much like alphas, and we bump heads sometimes, but we're secure in like I could tell when you're at the point. I go, oh, Walter's getting belligerent now. Gotta chill.
I had a moment about a week. I had a moment about a week and a half ago at work. One of the guys that worked for me, I was trying to tell him what I wanted to do, and he kept telling me like I didn't know what I was talking about. And after about the third time, I'm like, I just lost my mind. I just shut the fuck up. I mean, stop telling me. It's like,
yeah.
And he just like, okay, oh fuck. He was pissed off. He was pissed off at me for a while because I broke. And he was trying to do the right thing, but what he was trying to do was too right. Too anal, too retentive, too nitpicky. And when you didn't have to be that nitpicky, and I was trying to tell him just, hey, John, if it's my fault, I take full responsibility. Well, what about? Well, it's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, at some point you're the boss and you know what you're doing, right?
And I'm not usually like that. I'm like, okay, whatever. But after I told you the third time, it's like, shut. Oh, I'm just getting fired up thinking about it.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's how it goes. It's just some people have that personality. I'm like that too. I'm usually happy-go-lucky, but I tell people what I want. But at a point, I'm gonna go. Listen, I'm not gonna be nice about this anymore because you're obviously you're not paying attention to my niceties.
Or a salesperson is talking to you and they just won't tell you what they really want, and it's like, hey, let's save ourselves a lot of time. What are you trying to sell me? Come on, what? Yeah. All right, and then we just I don't want to waste your time or mine.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Toxic Patch Company, we got a couple things here. Toxic Patch Company says we're actually in the process of making some patches where all profits go to a nonprofit in New Orleans to help with the relief. That's good to know. That's good to know. A couple things. Did you see the patch that these guys... Actually, they were making a patch for the... Here, I'll throw it up here. He sent me this yesterday. Check that out.
Yeah.
Hank Strange's Big Girl Panties Emporium. Man, if I could actually sell Big Girl, I would.
Big Girl Panties.
I'll get right out of this business and get right into...
Somebody's probably got that trademark. That
yeah, get right. Yeah, get right into selling Big Girl Panties out there. Why not?
Oh, can I? Nothing. Well, panties. At Peggy's mother-in-law's house. One of her neighbors.
Tread carefully. Okay.
I know. I'll just say one of her neighbors likes to wear women's clothes. And he's a male.
Okay.
And so first thing in the morning, you walk outside and you get a glimpse of this, and you go, "Oh, I didn't need that this morning. I really didn't need."
Listen, if it's
that.
when it's hot and humid out there, man, and we're living in apocalyptic situations, you gotta
His house didn't get flooded or anything. Good for him. I'm glad. I'm glad for him.
Right.
But it's just not a sight I need first thing in the morning. And then Alexis is telling me, well, sometimes he comes out with underwear with lace on and everything, and I'm like, no, God, I don't need to see that. No.
Yeah.
And it's not like it's a. Well, anyways, we're just gonna leave it like that. So.
Yes, DLD After Dark says, I will name my illegitimate children Walther SHF Jr. So there you go.
Shit hit the fan. That's when it happened. The shit hit the fan. Yeah, I mean, that's the first time I was sleeping on my mother-in-law's living room floor on a mattress. Me and Peggy were. Windows wide open. I'll just leave it at that.
Be careful. Yeah. Lewis 555 says Generac to the generator question.
Yeah,
and then
Generac is a good brand. They have the home unit, the full house machines, and they have portable ones too.
Yeah. Aegis Gun Care. Shout out to Aegis Gun Care, makers of Joe Juice out there.
Yeah. They're not prepared because they expect the government to take care of them. That's kind of that thought process that all of a sudden the government's going to show up with their MREs and this storm is not that bad. This is not one of those. It's not a Katrina thing. It's just for a lot of people, it's just a power out. So, and it's going to be back before too long. So, I don't, it's not on the same caliber as Katrina. I mentioned that to my brother-in-law, and he goes, "Yeah, this ain't."
No, I mean, there was a lot more damage and stuff like that. Okay, so a couple of things from John Crump. He wants me to show the Black Swan Tactical Tony Simon. Let's see, that's right here. So there you go. There you go. 2A for everybody. So there you go. I think that's out. That must be out. Well, it's on Black Swan Tactical if anyone's looking for it. I'm guessing it's out. That's why those guys. And then if we go back, so there's a thing here from John, which this is 2A gun news. Let me see if I can find this. John was talking to me about this. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to put this up here. John said SAF just released a hit piece on GOA because GOA called out the Republican that killed constitutional carry here in Florida. So I don't know if you're aware of this, Walt, since you're traveling back and forward and everything. But there was a push for constitutional carry here in Florida, but it was pretty much just ignored by Republicans. And then our friend Luis Valdez has been, pushing for that. And then just like the long and short of the whole story here, unless John wants to come on and explain this in more detail, is that the Republicans who could have put this forward decided not to put it forward because they're saying they weren't, that they wouldn't actually be able to push it through or whatever. But Luis Valdez is calling those guys out, right? And because he's calling those guys out, there's some places that pretend to be pro Second Amendment here in Florida and other places that they actually coddle these rhino Republicans that we have here in Florida, and they make excuses for them not standing up for the Second Amendment here in Florida. So they counter punch and attack GOA and other folks like myself, Luis Valdez, for trying to hold these guys accountable. So that's kind of like the long and short here's of the story that's going on there.
Look, everybody. Politicians constantly put bills out there that aren't going to get anywhere, just so they get their name in the record and things like that. Because that stuff all goes down into the records forever. As you introduced a bill, blah 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 blah. Mm-hmm. So that's a sad ass excuse. The only way you get things going is you put stuff out, and then you put it back again, and you put it back again, and you put it back again until you figure out how to get it done. So.
Yeah, and I think Lewis is doing the right thing, and I think GOA is doing the right thing by trying to put pressure on these guys. A lot of these guys have connections to Marion Hammer. A lot of them were taking.
Lady.
Yeah, a lot of them are taking money from the NRA. A lot of them are just paying, just protecting these rhinos, Republicans here in Florida that can pretty much do whatever they want. They put gun control in Florida, and then they're saying they can't do anything that's pro Second Amendment. So a lot of this stuff is unfolding, and once I get a chance to Barnauls. What are you saying about Barnauls?
Yeah, I just got a package from Barnauls today. Some different colors of baking lacquer enamel stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
They had it on sale for a really good price. I think they're discontinuing it, actually.
Yeah. So, my thing is, I think that we need to hold these Republicans here responsible. And the idea of them trying to say that they couldn't put forward constitutional carry in Florida is bullshit. No one's buying that here. No one's buying that here. They could do that. It's just like when they try to say that it wasn't their fault that we have gun control in Florida. It's absolutely your fault.
Yeah, they let it go. They could have stopped it, but they didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think when you look at when you're looking at all these places, so if Second Amendment Foundation put out a hit piece, well, hey, that tells you where they are. I know it's the same thing with the Florida carry guys. The Florida carry guys are not necessarily all about the Second Amendment in Florida, believe it or not. So there's a lot of people who support them, but I could just tell you that they're not. And a lot of this comes, I think they were the first people to actually try to get at Lewis over this. So,
and Night Train posted about them being worried about their $1 trillion tourist industry.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't gonna affect anybody. No. Joe Sixpack from New York that comes down here to go to the beach with his family. You know what I'm saying? He don't care what constitutional carry. So I mean, I don't know. I don't like those kind of. That's not a good excuse.
You know what the thing is, Walt? I think that a lot of these so-called Second Amendment organizations that are out there, and we're talking about what's happening here in Florida right now, a lot of them, they have been able to get away with this stuff for a long time because there wasn't the internet. People weren't paying as close attention to what's going on, well, so they could just give people bullshit.
Nobody was calling them out. That's the thing. Nobody.
They've been getting away with that for a long time. But I think those days are over. People could see what the hell is going on. The idea that these guys don't control what's happening in the legislature in Florida is bullshit. In Tallahassee, they can get rid of all this gun control nonsense we have here, and they could put up a good wall to protect the Second Amendment if they really wanted to. So, hold on, we've got Wayne LaPierre joining us. Hold on. Let's see. There he goes. Is that Wayne LaPierre? Maybe that's what his sperm looked like a long time ago. Yeah. Not for a second. We don't believe it for a second.
All right, this is Wayne. How you doing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you got to center your camera a little bit here. There you go.
I have no idea what's going on with my camera. It's like moving all around. Hold on.
Hey, we should contract the Chi-Coms to make some Wayne LaPierre Halloween mask.
Right.
That'd be pretty cool.
I'm sure John has one somewhere.
I'm sure I can get one made. I just got to call Toxic Patchco.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not gonna touch too much on like response to so-called pro-gun organizations calling GOA out, but I will say what happened with Lewis. All right. So Lewis talked to this Florida uh, delegate who's committee board chair who promised GOA that he will bring up constitutional carry.
Is this Bird?
Yes.
Okay.
He said, "Well, I'll bring it up halfway through the session."
Okay.
And then halfway through the session, we're like, "When are you bringing it up?" He's like, "Oh, I'm going to bring it up a little bit later." Then he didn't, and so Lewis, or Luis, whatever you want to call him, because he goes by both, went up to him and was like, "Hey, are you bringing it up?" He goes, "No, I'm not going to bring it up because there's no companion bill in the House, so it's not, or in the Senate, so it's not going to pass. There doesn't need to be a companion bill for them to vote on it and to actually bring it up. They can send their bill over. It doesn't have to be a companion bill." Some people have issues with it because they see this as attacking a Republican, and they don't want to attack Republicans. But we want to hold everyone accountable, no matter what party.
So what? So we should just sit back here in Florida, and wait for them to do something for us if they feel like it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In the Florida legislature, the Republicans have a supermajority.
Of course they do.
So they can do whatever they want.
I think we were just saying that.
and the governor is a Republican who is willing to sign constitutional carry.
Right.
So there's no excuse for them not to bring up constitutional carry unless they are playing political games.
It's disappointing. It's disappointing to see these organizations so typically. If folks don't know this, typically amongst the 2A organizations that are out there that are fighting for the Second Amendment, or saying that they're fighting for the Second Amendment, and getting money and support from those of us on the outside, who aren't there lobbying and doing all the different things that they're doing, I think the idea that we should just sit back and wait for them to magically do something, it's crazy. And typically what happens is that they a lot of this infighting, we don't see it. So the funny thing, and it exists, right? Because
GOA ought to be very clear. GOA is going to respond to the claims made, but we're not going to do it in a way to attack other organizations. We're going to lay our case out and say this is the reason why we did this, and and this is what they think, and let the people decide what they think.
But usually here, we don't see any of this kind of stuff going on. So it's a very unusual step for organizations to start attacking other organizations. And what everyone has to bear in mind here is they're attacking an organization because they're holding Republicans accountable.
Yeah, it's an incredibly unusual move. And talking just as conjecture out of John Crump and not John Crump GOA or anything, it's almost like someone called it a favor.
Oh, yeah, maybe that politician didn't like that pressure and went to the other organizations that just bow down and bend over and said, "Hey, you got to do something for us. Hit back out at these guys." That's why I'm saying, I think for a lot of folks in the gun world, a lot of times we talk about stuff before it becomes a big thing and people realize it's happening. But what's happening here is a lot of these organizations that you're going to see going after these guys are actually, just collecting money for no reason. They're not actually fighting for anything. What do you think about that, Walt? John just went out, but I'm sure we'll get him back here in a second.
Yeah, well, yeah. But yeah, why what? Mm-hmm. I guess I've always said there's between these different gun organizations.
Did you boot me?
No, I didn't boot you. Just center yourself in the camera if you can.
Your signal's better though.
Yeah, your signal's better for sure.
Yeah, I mean, my signal was very strong. I have no idea. I think it might have been something with the software.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Okay,
I
actually,
think there's a lot of I will say, what was the word, competition between the two Second Amendment groups, and for to be in the limelight and slash to collect money. So,
But
well, yeah, well,
competition is good. Competition is good. I don't mind competition. I want
yeah,
competition. I
well,
don't want
we
just
like
the
competition
NRA
too.
or one organization
well,
fighting for
there's
me.
nothing wrong with competition, but
Hmm.
it does get wrong when the other ones are trying to cut each other's throat when you're
Hmm.
all kind of working for the same thing. You got to be like a Democrat where you all act like you love each other, and until you get what you want done, and then you can go back to fighting amongst each other. But
Yeah,
get
but
Yeah, well, here's the thing. This should have. I think it should have all been kept behind the scenes.
right,
I think somebody should have reached out to GOA
yeah.
instead of putting out press releases. But
well,
you
the
know,
very obvious thing here is that the politicians are more important than the people. The politicians are more important than the Constitution, right? When you
but I
see
can
stuff,
guarantee you,
when,
GOA would never put a politician ahead of anyone.
but whoever you see that's out there, this is a very simple thing. Like, I understand where you're coming from, John. I understand that. What I'm trying to say from my point of view is very simple. If the crime that was committed by Lewis is saying, hey, this Republican said he was going to bring this up, he didn't bring it up, let's hold him accountable. If that's the crime, and the other Second Amendment organizations out there who want to jump on the bandwagon of going after him and ipso facto GOA for that, what they're trying to tell us is that politician is more important to them. And specifically here in Florida, that politician is more important to them than the Constitution, the Second Amendment, and everything else. And they're willing to attack other organizations that are out there fighting and holding people accountable before they say, hey guys, why did you guys do this? What's up with this? Because these politicians need to be held accountable, man. No one can argue with me. I'm sitting in the state of Florida. No one can argue with me that Republicans in Florida put gun control into effect. Am I making that up?
No, they absolutely did. There wouldn't be gun
Okay,
control in
when did
Florida
they
if
do,
not
when did they do that?
They've been doing that for a while now.
That gun control went in, what was it, Walt, like 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
before
which one are you talking about?
Yeah,
before
the
Scott
Parkland,
went to the Senate.
yeah, the Parkland stuff. How long ago was that? The
That was more than 3 years ago.
Yeah, okay. So what the hell have they been doing since then?
Nothing.
Just tell me what they've been doing since then. There's no reason to defend any of them. None of them. I don't care who that politician is. There's no reason to defend them. What have they done? What have they done to reverse that?
One thing I took offense to is when they openly called for Lewis to make a very public, in their words, a very public apology to
What?
the Republicans
Yeah,
For the truth?
for calling them
crazy.
out. Yeah.
That's
If
crazy
I was
talk.
loose, I'd go out and said, you piss up a pole.
Yeah.
Do that. I mean, I'm just like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's not going.
Yeah,
That's not going. That's
I think
not,
you've met
that's not gonna
Lewis. I
happen
think
by now.
Lewis is not going for that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Lewis has the full support of everyone at GOA.
Maybe,
All of
maybe he
us
can
would
do
have
it.
done the same
Maybe he
thing.
can do it. Maybe he can do it in Mandarin, like that wrestler guy did. Right?
The Republicans in Florida, should be apologizing to the people of Florida for the gun control that they've put into effect and their refusal to reverse those things or do anything to shore up the Second Amendment in Florida. They should be apologizing.
Yeah, I'm not going to call out any Second Amendment groups because I would rather just show what we can do and where we stand and let the people decide for themselves.
I'm getting a pissing match.
So I think when people see what GOA stands for and what GOA does and how GOA helps,
I don't.
well, we won't be bought off by politicians, and we won't defend politicians just because they have an R by their name. I think
Right. Yeah.
that's what gun owners want.
I don't want to call people out either, but I've seen a lot of this stuff behind the scenes. I don't think people understand that. There's a lot of Second Amendment. There's a lot of Second Amendment organizations here or people pretending to be pro Second Amendment here in Florida, that they do a lot of things to me that I don't talk about. Because I'm not interested in that. But this particular thing here, I think, is something that we should talk about when they try to call out someone who's like genuinely pushing to get rid of the gun control in Florida and shore up the Second Amendment here in Florida, like other states have done around the country.
Yeah, constitutional carry is like that movement, and it's all over the country. Different states have done. It's not like it's
it's 20 states.
Yeah, and some of the places I was like, really, they did that? Wow, that's what when the other night you were on, John, you were talking about we've made a lot of gains, and the truth is we have made a lot of gains, but versus the setback, so to speak.
Yeah,
constitutional. I will say that that constitutional carry started with GOA. GOA was instrumental in getting the first constitutional carry passed, which it was, what was it? Vermont carry, it used to be called, because Vermont was the first state we were able to get it in.
And that's pretty amazing too, Vermont. Vermont's a liberal place. I mean,
yeah, Florida. The politicians in Florida need to be ashamed, right? They need to be ashamed. And I would just suggest if there's Second Amendment organizations out there looking and listening to us, I don't want to talk bad about you guys. I don't. But guess what? If you're going to start defending politicians who aren't doing shit for us, then you're just as useless as those politicians. And I'm not going to sit here and defend politicians. I'm not going to defend Republicans who don't do anything for us. Screw that. That's just not going to happen. So if people are out there holding, I don't know what's happening with John, but if people are out there holding these guys feet to the fire and holding them accountable by you but I'm not saying you, but whoever these Second Amendment organizations are that want to put their name on going after other Second Amendment organizations because those guys are trying to hold Republicans accountable, that is the epitome of stupidity. You're idiots. Whoever's out there, those organizations, running those organizations, allowing these kinds of things to go out in media, on the press, those are idiots.
Well, I think it might be the opinion of one man that these organizations are letting out there through them. It was the same writer that wrote the SAF thing and the Florida carry thing.
Yeah, when you're wondering why we're not getting anywhere, it's because of these people.
Yeah, but we're
philosophy.
Not. Yeah, like I said, we're not going to attack any Second Amendment organization. Well, what you're going to do is we're going to put out a statement saying this is the reason why we believe this. This is our method to our madness. You have two different types of politics, right? Access based, and you have thing. But hey, I got to run. That's someone called. It's
all right.
Very important.
All right. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I know John has to walk that fine line, which I understand, but I don't know. It makes me mad, Walter. That's why we're not getting anywhere, man. It's like it's very discouraging to see that this kind of nonsense is happening behind the scenes, and we're actually going to start attacking someone for holding. But it's so crazy.
Well, I mean, if I tell you I'm going to give you a generator tomorrow, and then a week goes by and you don't have your generator, and I got it for you, I'll get up there, and another week goes by, you don't have a generator. Eventually, you're going to say I'm full of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same kind of thing. It's like somebody tells you I'm going to introduce a bill. It doesn't take anything to introduce a bill. They probably just write it up. It gets submitted to people and they introduce it. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
What are you scared of?
Yeah. Yeah.
And constitutional carry, that just means you can carry a firearm without a permit. Right? You should be able to do that anyways. I mean,
this is where I don't know, man.
And all these other states I'm
discouraged by this kind of stuff. That's why I get mad about it. I'm discouraged by it.
Yeah.
That's what's going on here in Florida. And we have a bunch of rhinos in Florida, man. We really do.
You have a bunch of politicians that first don't have any money of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So they're beholden to anybody that's dangling the dollars over them for come election time. Mm-hmm. Because they can't afford their own campaign. They can't. They can't get 5 signs printed up on their own. Probably not smart enough to do 5 signs on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why they're so skittish and jumpy and like that. And if some other group comes on, maybe if the NRA's Marion Hammer's whipping their, you really maybe not ought to do that.
Mm-hmm.
My cats say you shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
It's just.
It's there's some craziness going on out there, man. And this is what is I think that a lot of us as pro-gun folks out there, right? A lot of us as patriots, and people who support our rights, our natural rights to defend ourselves, we assume because an organization has something that goes, that says Second Amendment in it or whatever, we assume that. But the funny thing is, like, this particular thing started with Florida Carry. That's like the first people who went after Lewis, and this has been going on for about 24 hours. And sometimes it takes longer for folks out there to see stuff that's happening, but for Florida Carry to go after Lewis because he tries to hold a politician that goes for constitutional carry. This is what I'm trying to tell. Like, listen to what's in the name. You're Florida Carry. You're gonna go after, Lewis or GOA for trying to hold Florida politicians' feet to the fire to have constitutional carry in Florida. Your Second Amendment Foundation, you're going to let someone put out a statement going after GOA and Luis Valdez for fighting for the Second Amendment in Florida. Why do we support these people? Why do we give them money?
I don't give them money, but yeah, I'm going to say a phrase that's been around. What, can't we all just get along?
No.
No. Can't if you have once again, like, you got to do like the Democrats do. You guys all got to get together, hold hands, kissy kissy, until you get what you want done.
Mm-hmm.
And keep, if you got issues with somebody, talk to them don't.
But you know what the thing is, Walt? It's just like I see it here all the time, man. We've talked about this for years here on the podcast, and we've run into some of these politicians. And Patrick and I think we're talking about it yesterday. Yeah. That there's one particularly here in Florida, in Gainesville, that I run into him from time to time, and I'm not abusive or anything like that. The last time I ran into him, I said, "Look, dude, I'm not happy about the fact that you are responsible for us having gun control in Florida. Okay? And we need to do something about that. I'm not gonna be mean and abusive or, attack someone or scream them out or whatever. There's no need for that. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna hold you accountable for what you say you are and what you say you're going to do. Otherwise, and that particular politician, here's what he told us back in the days when this happened. He said, if you don't vote for me, then the Democrats will take over.
I'm going to get the same thing anyway, so what difference does it make?
Walt, I think we got Democrats running shit, right?
Anybody who says that, okay, you got to be 21 to vote, or 21 to buy a gun, but when you turn 18, they're going to put you in the adult prison. There's something wrong with this.
Yeah, that doesn't. I don't know. That doesn't mesh.
Yeah, something's wrong with this.
Yeah. You have to be 21 to buy a gun, but if you're 17 and you do something, they could try you as an adult.
An adult.
Yeah, wait, am I an adult or not at 18? Yeah. It's a schizophrenic way of doing things.
You can go in the military, then give you a grenade launcher, a freaking belt-fed machine gun. You can go. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can't go home and buy your own. No.
I'll tell you this story, Walter, just between me and you. I'll tell you a story.
Okay.
So, yeah. So several months ago, right after the IV 88 thing, Lola and I went to a event here in Florida that for I think that Florida Carry put on, right? And the lead up to that event, we were trying to get those folks to come on here and talk about it and promote the event and all that. They actually would not talk to us. it was very frustrating. We were like, what's going on? How come we can't actually get in touch with any of these people? We were reaching out to them on social media, by email, all kinds of stuff. Nothing.
All right.
Right? Didn't hear anything from them. So I went to that. I went and did the IV-88 event, and then Lola and I actually drove past our house here in Florida. Our boys were both here. We drove past our house where we could have gone to and had like a nice rest. And we went and camped out in this van outside of where this event went down, okay, so that we could be there. So the next morning we were there, and there was a guy who I saw one time when we were in Tallahassee, protesting stuff. And that guy recognized me, and he said, hey, how come you're not doing more stuff with like Florida Carry and all these kinds of people? You know, how come I don't see you doing that? And I told him, dude, I've been trying to get in touch with these guys, and you know, I'm getting crickets. No one even responded. We just had to show up here. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go sort this out. He came back and he said, oh yeah, I found out one of those guys doesn't like what you have to say. That's why they didn't respond to you.
I would have got in my van and rode off.
It's crazy.
I would have hopped right back in and head back to my nice home with a shower and a bed.
Yeah, but this is how crazy this is. And I'm just trying to tell you that I've known that since then. You know, Lola's saying that we slept in a Lowe's parking lot. Yeah. We got there at like 3 o'clock in the morning instead of going to our house. So to my face, none of these guys could say, hey, hey. And I was like, what the hell with these guys? I don't even know them. What would they be mad at me about? You know what it is, Walt? It's this. They don't like me they don't like it when I get mad at the Florida politicians, at the Florida Republicans, and hold them responsible. They don't like that stuff. You know, so that's why they act that way. And I think that the people out there are just not aware of what they're supporting here in Florida. And that we are giving, it's just like a lot of gun guys are getting mad because America left weapons and all that kind of stuff in Afghanistan. We're giving our enemies money so that they could screw us. We're supporting these people and they're not on our side.
Well, the Pakistanis have always done stuff for the Taliban. That's where the Taliban was started, in Pakistan.
Yeah. No, but you understand what I'm saying. If we keep supporting these organizations and they get mad and they don't want to like talk to me, or they go lash out in such a like, I let all that stuff go because it doesn't really matter, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, I get it. I kind of knew why they were doing what they were doing when they did that, right? But now they're going to lash out at GOA because they're out there. What the hell has the NRA done for us lately? What have these politicians done lately? So if you're in Florida and you're supporting like Florida Carry and all these other people who want to now lash out because someone's trying to hold Republicans responsible here in Florida for what they say and what they do, you got to check yourself and ask yourself if you really want this. Because you don't really want it if you're going to keep supporting these people and allow him to do that. So,
yeah.
You know.
Yep.
Very important thing to think about, man. And it's the reason why we're doing this. So people can know. It's very frustrating to me that, you know, we have this going on in Florida.
Yep.
It's a shame.
Yep. Once again, it's all about the money. So, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
In the chat, they're talking about, you know, whether you're from here or you're from someplace else.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Yankee. If you're a Yankee.
Yeah.
Why are they talking about that? Why does that matter?
I can't. I don't know exactly what popped up.
All
I can say is originally I've been in Florida since 1969. Okay, I came to Florida when I was 7.
Let me see what. I think someone is teasing BWE. That's why.
Yeah, he is.
That's what's going on there. Yeah, they're teasing him.
So I think
since 69. Yeah.
1969.
Summer of Love.
A different place Florida was then. A different place. I
think that it doesn't matter. Like, I know what's being said here, right? Like, I'm probably out of you and BWE and you know, all the different people that come on here, I've been the most recently in New York or whatever, right? So I'm like the typical prototypical Yankee person or whatever. But I mean, I really understand why, it is so important to fight for the Second Amendment. When we lose that in America, we're done. We're like the rest of the world. Our government can dictate to us what we're supposed to do, and we will just get on our knees and do it, and thank them for even letting us breathe.
Put your mask on now and get your shots.
Yeah. Lola says in 1969 she wasn't even born yet.
Well, that's not a bad thing, I guess.
Yeah, that's not Walter's fault.
No, I didn't have nothing. I was just 7 years old.
I don't think he was able to make babies at that point. Yeah.
No, that's the thing. I wouldn't even,
Yeah.
That's not. No, there's no need to be in a hurry. No need to be in a hurry.
Yeah, Armin and Axis says he turned 3 in '69. You in '69? How old were you when you came here to Florida?
7. I was 7 years old.
Oh, 7. Okay.
Went to the 2nd grade. That was my. Up in I was in Rockford, Illinois, and I remember other people saying, "Florida schools, man, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad." It's like, I get down here and it's like no different than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're 7 years old.
Yeah.
I hooked up. My friends that I made back then. My one friend Jack, he brought 30-06 loaded rounds to school, to show off, because he had them all over his house because they used to go hunting and stuff. Mm-hmm. And they just gave them back to him. They took them home, no big deal. I brought a practice mortar round to school.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a dummy, obviously. It wasn't real. It wasn't no big deal. Now it'd be an international fucking incident.
Yeah, you didn't get. I was gonna say you didn't get in trouble.
No, I could get in trouble. No.
Yeah,
because people had a half a brain then. So, but oh well.
Yeah. The end is near. Beware says I have a beef with Walter. He thinks mini dirt bikes are the way. Boo. And I do the right thing and do mini choppers.
I got nothing against the choppers, but I call those kind of bikes flippers. Because as soon as you get on, give them the gas, you lean back, you flip. So especially those mini bikes. So I grew up with all that stuff. That stuff was all that was popular when I was a kid. The chopper mini bikes. But I didn't have. My mama was 100% against anything with 2 wheels, because people killed on things with 2 wheels. So no mini bikes for you, kid. I had a go-kart, thanks to an uncle and my grandfather. But no motorcycles. First dirt bike I had to buy it myself. So no motorcycles.
Yeah. So let's see. Barnaby Sanchez says people need to understand freedom for convenience is the end of us all.
Yeah, why?
It's not supposed to be convenient or comfortable for people.
No.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But don't come here to the Sunshine State and bring your New York or New Jersey or wherever you're from ways just because you want to get out of the snow and you don't want to pay any taxes. Don't come down here and put that stupid those ideas into play here, because we don't need it here.
Yeah, and I think ultimately, like, if if we support something that's terrible, I expect people to call us out. I mean, it's what it is. We all need to hold each other accountable for stuff. You hold me accountable for things sometimes. We do it. I mean, you have to learn. Your skin has to be tough enough for you to deal with that.
Back when we got concealed weapon permits in Florida, it was going to be the Wild West. It was going to be crazy. People are going to be shooting each other out in the streets. And it was just going to be like mayhem. Yeah. And it's like,
nope. Yep. It's fine.
Crime rate actually went down, I believe, after concealed weapons permit come out. Even with stand your ground, that was going to be like,
license to murder.
No,
which it's not. Yeah.
Where do you see? Yeah, no. The bad people still shooting each other, and the good people are just trying to stay out of trouble.
For the most part, when you see things happening here in Florida, it's because people lose respect. You know,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's
there's criminals. There's people who are just straight up criminals.
yeah,
You know, and then there's people who don't have respect for each other, and things get a little out of hand.
right.
But for the
Right.
most part, we don't have that kind of problem here. But what we do have is people who are giving everything away. You know, and the politicians here are giving everything away.
Under the guise of being safer. You know, people think, oh, like after 9/11, we need all these different, like the Patriot Act. Oh my God, what a crock. You know, all that did. You know, yeah. If you want to be safer, well, anyway,
yeah, just give up some of your freedoms and you'll be safe. Allow us to, allow us to get all up in your business, and it'll be better for you.
Just go get 5 booster shots, and
we're not going to abuse our power at all.
Yeah, you know, like my Connor that works for me got his shot, and he got sick. He got a fever, he got chills, and then he had a really bad-ass headache. He's better now and everything, but there's people that have done stuff like that and have died. You know, have gotten all of a sudden sick and just done. So, and is he gonna? He told me today, I ain't getting no booster shot. Not after that.
Okay.
Not. I felt bad, but then he has some minor medical issues too. So, that probably didn't help anything. You know, I don't know if it. I don't think it was psychosomatic. Because he's pretty laid back. I don't. He got kind of pressured into it from his girlfriend, and his mom and dad have done it already and everything.
Yeah, but that sometimes could get you going. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's look like if your whole family's already vaccinated, what are you worried about? I thought you're supposed to be taken care of. Shouldn't they're safe, right?
Listen, I think Lola says she sees the most problems from people who are being Here's what I believe. I don't have a problem with someone getting the vaccine. I
don't care if you get it.
Yeah, I also don't have a problem with you if you don't want to get it. It's up to you. Everyone makes that decision for themselves.
But don't start acting like the Gestapo and there's your papers. Do you have the papers?
Yeah.
You know,
but the pressure, like Lola tells me that a lot of times when she sees problems, it's because they're so freaked out. Like someone made them. I always tell this. There's a woman out there who her dad threatened to take. She's like a single mom, and her father threatened to take her kids away from her. So now when you're going to get that shot, you're going to be freaked out, man.
Yeah,
that's gonna create a whole bunch of issues. So when you force people into things, you know, I'm not saying like there can actually be things wrong when you get the shot.
But
everyone's different.
When does this cycle of shots end?
Never. It's never gonna.
Every 6 months they're gonna say, "Oh, there's a new strain. You got to get shots."
When did we end having to? You know what ended the flu shots? The regular flu shots?
COVID.
Yeah.
And now when you get
after COVID, there'll be Movid. Oh, we got Movid now. It's Movid. You got to get that shot. You got to get that Movid shot.
You know what? I'll take my chances. I'll roll the dice. Baby.
Yeah, that'll be the Ovid. We got to get the Ovid shot because it's over now.
It's Ovid.
If you don't get this Ovid shot, your soul is good. You're gonna go to hell with.
Why are you killing those people? You're killing people
with the Wu-Tang flu.
You know how you. Well, anyways.
So listen, Lola's trying to switch us over to.
Can we touch these? Are we?
Is that Barnauls? Is it Barnauls?
It's Russian made.
If it's not Barnauls, man, you gotta put it down. Down.
It's Barnauls. It's Barnauls.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
It fell out of the Dagger magazine. That's all.
Oh, okay.
I took the Dagger with me to New Orleans. You know. So,
oh, okay. Have you had a chance to shoot? Well, you haven't really got a chance to shoot.
Not my new one. The new one's unproven, so that was kind of a sketchy.
Did you see? Actually, Tactical Toolbox put his video up.
Oh, he did. I was going to ask you who. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tactical Toolbox got the dagger that we tested, and he put 1,000 rounds through that. But then he also bought one. His one was nice. He got like his upper was Cerakoted, like
color?
Yeah, it was like brownish or something like that. It looked good. So he put ammo through that. Him and Mr. Big Kid have a video out on that on YouTube.
That wasn't when I bought mine. All I had was black. So.
Yeah. So he's got a video. He didn't shout me out in his video, and I'm not hurt by that whatsoever. Just Doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm not sad.
Are we gonna see him at SEMA?
I think we are gonna.
We are bust on him at SEMA.
I'm telling you, he's gonna. Oh, I already complained to him. I was like, I was like, dude, I saw your video. Nice video.
But where's the shout out?
You know.
Even 704 shouted you out.
I know, man. We shouted him out on our video.
Yeah. Speaking of 704, he's got a new video out.
Yeah.
Where they shoot a running truck.
With a 50?
Dodge pickup truck with a 50. A friend of his, another YouTuber guy, bought a Barrett. Plus, he shoots it with the SHTF 50. They both
cool.
shoot at the same time.
Cool.
And
Awesome.
stop the truck. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. I think you posted that on your Facebook, right?
Yes, I did. I shared it. Yep.
Yeah. Kathleen Music Lover says
the dagger?
Yeah, and she said he said something about the trigger pin walking. We didn't see that in our thing.
No. No, I mean.
Yeah, so.
I don't know. I mean.
And he says toxic.
Money.
Toxic Patch Company said. Told you Toolbox would get the Gucci dagger. Yeah, he did. Of course. I mean, yeah, you know. I mean,
yeah.
This is Jonathan here. I mean, you know, he's probably gonna Gucci the living daylights out of that thing. I'm pretty sure. I'm sure you guys will see. But he did a good video. It was him and Mr. Big Kid. Even though they didn't shout us out, it's all right. You know. BWE says, "Don't cry. We still love you." You know.
No worries.
Yeah. But he will get hazed at SEMA. He better hope there's no SEMA show. No, I think John. I have to go look and see what he did because I think he probably put the links to our videos in his video or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I shot that Turkish shotgun in the Black Aces Tactical in the bullet trap.
Okay.
Ran pretty good.
Oh, okay. So, it was? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about your hat? I know from the beginning you probably wanted to say something about your hat.
No, this is just a World War II camo pattern. Okay. And it's kind of like, you know, the Marines wore hats like this, and the Army wore some of this camo in Normandy, but they found out that other Americans started shooting at them because the Germans wore camouflage.
Okay.
So they had to get out of the camouflage game. So.
Okay, cool. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah.
It fits on your massive cranium.
Listen, it's nice.
Yeah. It looks like a hat that's made for that schnauger.
It's a big one, yes.
Listen, for all the folks who are out there watching us, smash the thumbs ups. Okay, smash the thumbs ups. We need and appreciate the thumbs ups being smashed. I think my light just went down here. Let me turn up this light a little bit. So you want to do? Let's do some gun stuff. We could do Florida stuff or gun stuff. What do you want to do? Gun stuff?
Not to.
What's up?
I know every once in a while we talk about Keltec. Over there in the Firearms blog, they have an interview with Mr. Kellgren.
Oh, they do? George Kellgren? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Let me see. That's on the Firearms blog?
Yeah. What's his name over there? Main dude over there.
At the Firearms blog?
Yeah.
Who is the main dude?
Oh.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. I'll go to there. I'll pull up the Firearms blog here, and we'll go take a look at that. Let's see. Who is it? There's a new CZ P10F competition.
What is it? James? What's his name? James.
Oh, Reed? No, is it Reed? I don't know.
Who's the main face at the Firearms blog? There he is. Okay. He pops up down in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, the dude who wears shorts all the time. Yeah. That's what I call him in my mind. I'm looking for this article. Where is it? What's up?
Bullpup News.
H&K adds rimfire MP5 models. 22 LR. Did you see that?
So, Slovenian armed forces with FN 2000 rifles.
Oh yeah, I see that. Hold on, let me put that up here. There's a whole bunch of stuff right now. Yeah, I do. Yeah, okay. FN.
I've never seen it in
DFS.
person, but yeah.
This is a more modernized version of what I have actually right here. Just looking at it.
Looks like it's got a bayonet lug or something on the front, some kind of lug mount on the front.
Yeah, that does look like a lug. This is a good. That's a good picture.
Yeah.
Let me see if they gave us a closer look at that bad boy. No, not really. Yeah, it looks like it has some more stuff on it. It's got some different Picatinny rails. But just going back here for a second, there was a couple of things. Did you see this thing? H&K adds rimfire MP5s.
I did see that. Yes.
So they're bringing introduction of rimfire version of their iconic MP5. Ideal for backyard 22 LR plinking. What? For $479. Oh,
No,
I want one.
that's not a real MP5.
It's under license by Umarex.
Yeah, I have a couple of those if you want to shoot.
Oh, okay. Wait, so what are the James Reeves? James Reeves is the guy.
Yeah, James Reeves. There you go.
Okay, so what is the HK one gonna cost?
Well, that would be a conversion, which I don't know.
No, it says here both of them have an MSRP of $479.
Yeah, but that's once again, it's not.
See, it says Columbus, Georgia. Heckler & Koch is pleased to announce the launch of the coolest rimfires on the market. Full stop. HK has partnered with Umarex of Germany.
Umarex makes the 22 knockoffs. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're putting it. Okay, I mean, I'm with you. Walt, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
but the HK guys don't care. If HK is behind it, it's official.
Right. It's an official licensed version. Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. If you're looking for all that, straight up like HK MP5 receiver, then you're not getting that.
We should try to get James. We should try to get James Reeves on the show.
Really?
I don't know. He might be too big to, we might not be able to get him to come on the show here.
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment.
So
I don't know the guy. I've seen him walk past my booth at shot.
Yeah, he seems cool.
Yeah.
I got no beef.
Yeah, he's always on a mission someplace. So.
Yeah. Actually, one of my friends started out building up the Firearms blog YouTube back in the days.
Oh yeah.
And then James, I think, took over after he left. But I don't know him in person, but I think he's cool. I'm just making fun of him,
Well,
if you're gonna rock out with shorts all the time, we're gonna make fun of you.
Well, that's all right. I wear shorts all the time too. So
yeah. What was that other thing? Go ahead.
The HK thing you're looking at, that looks a lot like what I have here already, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I think it's just that now HK is officially... Okay, can we talk about this Barnauls one here on the Firearms blog? Yeah, so Barnauls unveils Gen 2 FM15 Zukov for Labor Day. Did you see that?
That's further down the Firearms blog?
Yeah. Barnauls are celebrating Labor Day with a sale and a new rifle, partnering with Foxtrot Mic Products, FM products, to offer the Gen 2 FM15 Zukov, a rifle with self-contained recoil mechanism, meaning the rifle can use the side-folding Magpul Zukov stock. The rifle has a forward-side switchable, non-reciprocating charging handle. And an MSRP forward size changing non-reciprocal switchable. Okay. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Give me about $1,000. What do you think?
No, that's cool. I mean, if you, yeah. I mean.
I would say, and this is like, I have never used that or anything like that. So I know FM Products makes good stuff. We've got a 9mm that we got in from them. That little small 9. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing some stuff with that. Yeah. FM Products makes, I think, some good stuff. I would say here like a 300 blackout, shorter barrel, folding stock side charging kind of thing would be cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Len
VRN
Holtz, go ahead.
the VRN 180s should be your
Let me
blackout
see.
gun.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Let's see. Alan Powell says if it took AK mags, I'd be interested. And he also says another 5.56/223 Wild. No thanks. Len Holt says James is in Louisiana, I think, near New Orleans.
okay.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I mean, if you for everybody that gives to about the 22 AR type platform, all you gotta do is get a CMMG 22 conversion, and you can build that same thing almost yourself. But it doesn't have any recoil mechanism in the back; it's all contained in the conversion. So you can make something very similar. I mean, that's got features you're not going to get on a regular AR, but as far as a Zukov stock and stuff like that, that probably could be figured out. So, but yeah,
There's
that's
a lot of
interesting.
things. There's a lot of things like that out there today, for sure.
I think that those are the guys. Aren't those the guys that are making the BRN 180 for Barnauls?
Yes, they make a couple of different things for them. Yeah. Foxtrot Mike. Yeah, they make good stuff. They make good things for lots of different people, I think, too.
Yeah.
We had
That's
them.
cool.
Didn't we have them on the show? We had them on the show.
I believe you did. Yes.
Yeah.
I like the one below that though. Russian Special Forces AK-12 SP. I like that. That's good. That's sexy.
Okay, let's throw that up on the screen for the peoples. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I'm glad to see that the Russians have got away from using the frickin' M4 style stocks. And if
Okay,
I mean,
I'm with you.
that
looks good though. That's a good form factor.
No, it's got good styling. The M4 stock has no place, in my opinion, on an AK. Sorry.
Well, because it's not functional.
Right. It's why do you need? You don't
It's
need
to
to
try
have the
to make
recoil.
it. Yeah, it's to try to make it like something that it's not.
Right.
Yeah, and then you lose out on the foldability.
Yes. The
Yeah.
Russians understand. I think they got now. You got to make a gun look good. You got to make it look sexy. And these guns look. The lines are good. They flow nice. It's kind of like. When you get a girl that's wearing a bikini and you really shouldn't be in a bikini, the lines don't work.
Right. Yeah.
There's just too many bumps in the wrong places. Just.
Slow evolution of a form factor is in some aspects, not every aspect, right? Like I like things changing and all that, but in some aspects, I see the reason for it, right? Especially with the die-hard folks like yourself. I like it. I think that looks good. I would own one.
Oh, that's got nice lines, and it looks like the parts that are on it look like they belong there. That's what I was trying to say. When you throw an M4 style stock in the back of an AK, it's like, oh, what happened? Is that like a bad night at the bar? You drank too many beers, and that poor little AK was born. It's like, oh, that was a bad mix. Anyway,
yeah.
What else we got here? We'll have to have a 22 HK MD5 gathering, because I have two of those guns, two of the Humorex type guns, or the ones. I have the one that HK got sued over because it was too close to an HK. That was before, I guess, it was an official partnership or something.
Oh, okay. How many MP5 22s do we have around? I don't know. We could.
I have. Yeah.
You've got two from different places.
No, I think they're both the same brand of gun. They're just different styles. One has that faux suppressor on it.
Okay.
And the other one doesn't. The other one's a pistol.
I know. I have a what is it? I have a Chris Vector 22. We should do cool 22 things.
22 look-alike.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have multiples of the CMMG 22.
Yeah, we have someone pretending to be Chris Pratt. There you go. Eric Pratt. Sorry, Eric Pratt.
Like
Eric
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt. What the hell are you talking about?
Why are you in so much darkness? Put some light on your face, for crying out. There we go.
All right, hold on.
I don't know. They're always trying to be mysterious. Is there something else going on? Just when me and Walter have come off of getting mad, are you trying to make us mad again?
I'll get you really mad.
Oh,
I'm gonna sit in my closet.
Go
There's
for
more
it.
light in here. I don't know why there's... Dude, I gotta get that. But I guess the NRA ILA is gonna tweet it or send it out.
Send what out?
The article attacking GOA.
Oh, NRA ILA is also going after you guys? Badge of honor.
Apparently,
Badge of honor.
I think they're just worried, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think you guys might have been interrupting their fundraising.
Maybe.
That's probably what it is. I mean, I'll be, I always say it's all about the money, so.
Yeah, it's really pissing me off now.
Yeah.
You're going to have to dig deep now and get some real... Anyways.
Yeah, don't get too
What
mad
I
about
think
it,
is-
man. Obviously, what they're going to do is bring more attention to you guys because people out there are going to question why it's a crime to hold Republicans responsible.
Yeah,
Well,
what I think it is that GOA's interrupting their money making
Mm-hmm.
because our memberships are exploding more than any other gun group. Maybe FBC might be up there with us.
I think NRA ILA should find out what the hell Wayne LaPierre is up to.
Yeah, they're wasting the money.
Yeah.
What I really like about what GOA's been doing is when they send out their alerts, and you can just click on the box and you can get your letter ready to send, and boom, it's off. That is so convenient.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah,
versus
I had a lot to do with that. No,
yeah,
I
it's
didn't,
great.
actually.
Well, whoever did, kudos to them, because all these other places you got to click on this and go here and do that and do this.
Mm-hmm.
In my
Yeah,
day,
when
it's
I
just
was looking at a place to replace the current system we had, that's one of the reasons why I recommended the place that we did.
Are you officially the tech branch of GOA now? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, I'm not tech. I am in addition to being a director, I am also I am a consigliere.
Consigliere.
I'm a consultant.
I thought
I consult on different issues.
Yeah, I thought you were partly Italian. Consigliere.
My wife is Italian. I'm not Italian at all.
Yeah.
My family came over on the Mayflower.
Oh, excuse us.
well.
Us mere mortals. Yeah, listen. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
Well, my ninth great grandfather was the second governor of the Plymouth colony.
Oh,
Really?
interesting. Cool.
Yeah.
So it wasn't
And,
Plymouth where didn't the Pilgrims try to employ that whole socialism thing, and they found out real quick that didn't work?
He was the second, not the first.
No.
That was okay. Well, that's what they tried. They tried it first. Everybody will share everything, and everything will be wonderful. And they found out the lazy asses didn't do anything, and some people worked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Then my sixth great grandfather was the dude that burned the witches in Salem.
Oh.
Well, actually, he didn't burn them; he hung them.
Oh, that's for shame.
Oh.
For
Burn
shame.
anything they didn't
Well,
burn
that's a
with
little
them.
faster, anyways. That's a little faster.
I mean,
Or he was maybe it was my eighth. I don't know. And after that, General Israel Putman, the general from the Battle of Bunker Hill,
Oh yeah.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
is also one of my grandfathers.
Yeah.
Either he or some other guy said, "Don't shoot until you shoot the whites of their eyes."
Oh yeah, that's a very practical guy. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And don't waste your ammo.
And didn't your dad actually invent Amazon? I'm pretty sure I heard that.
No. I was an early investor in Amazon co-owner. Me and Jeff. No, that was a weird rumor. I have no idea how the hell that even got started.
Yeah. Yeah, listen,
And why anyone would believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe it. But listen, kudos for you for the awesome history.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. You got to respect that. I remember one time I have a friend here in Gainesville who can trace back their family lineage to the Mayflower, and they have all these coat of arms, and like actually they showed how on both sides of the family someone came off the Mayflower and all that kind of stuff, and actually his dad was the first one of the first doctors here in Gainesville. And so his mom is showing me all this stuff. She's like really old, little old lady, and she's showing me all these things they had this big wall with the coat of arms
family
and
tree on it.
Yeah, old paintings. And she goes, Hank, so what about your family tree? I was like, I don't know. I think they're a bunch of slaves and pirates. That's all I know. And she just looked at me like, okay, you aren't allowed in the house anymore.
You should have just told her that you were related to Thomas Jefferson or something like that.
No. No. I come from all rogues and rapscallions. All bad boys, man. All bad boys. We don't have that kind of, my people invented the name thug. That word is yeah.
E.
Yeah, well, thug comes from thuggies. That word comes from thuggies or whatever. So
I was on a conference call with a guy. We were in the same room, so we were all in the conference call with these people, and the guy's name was Ravi Kapoor.
Mm-hmm.
He's very Indian sounding name, even though he was from Afghanistan, but he was a Sikh from Afghanistan.
That was all
Indian
one part of the world until England went in there and messed around with it. But okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so we're on a conference call, and the guy goes, "Oh, that's an interesting accent. Where are you from?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Ireland." The guy's like, "Oh, that doesn't sound like an Irish accent. What part of Ireland?" He goes, "The east side."
Like the east side of Belfast.
East side. BWE says he could trace it. Now everyone's gonna jump on this bandwagon.
I can't say that shit.
BWE says I could trace my family back to Jamestown and the Mayflower.
My dad's.
That means my great grandfathers were friends with BWE's family.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yeah.
My dad came over in the Mayflower. It was converted troop ship. That was my.
Hold on, Hank. I figured it out. I know who told BWE that.
Uh-oh.
It must have been Walther.
No, they don't even. Yeah, it wasn't Walther. Don't try to get Walther wrapped up in your scandal.
We're recent arrivals. 1950s, post World War
II. I think Hank knows what I'm talking about. I don't think Walther knows.
Walther knows about the
shaved nuts issue?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So your people, Walter, are what? Like, it's Russian or German?
My mom's side of the thing come from England and that part of the world, and then my father's all Eastern European and German and Polish and all that, that stuff over there. So when I did the family tree thing, part of it was Scandinavian, and that probably comes from my mom's side of the family and stuff.
Yeah.
And then my dad, like I said, Eastern European. No surprises. No, like I was told I was this, and you couldn't find out.
Did they tell you what percentage Cro-Magnon blood you have?
No, but I believe in 100%.
Oh, for sure.
Well,
without a
one
freaking
thing.
doubt.
Look at
that cranium.
O negative blood is the oldest blood type. That's what I've been told. O negative. So,
although I am 1 part African.
1 part.
Like 1%.
1% is not 1 part.
my wife gets her thing back, and there's always been this kind of thing that maybe there was some American Indians in the family. Not a drop. But West African, like a 1/10%.
Was it West African or East African? Do you remember? I don't think it was West. I don't think it was West African. Wasn't it Ethiopian?
No, West African.
It was
West African.
West. Okay.
For Peggy,
West African is where all the slaves came from.
So we really had to we had to poke her dad with that one day too. It's like, hey, Dad.
Well, they're from New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and,
I mean,
my grandfather, my Peggy's dad is not. Well, anyways, we'll leave it at that.
everybody's got a little bit of flavor in New Orleans.
Well,
I just said somebody
my wife
spit on
got the
somebody
5%
one day.
Black.
Huh?
My wife was 5% black,
Okay.
but she's also from Sicily, so
Well,
Yeah, there's
Sicily
a.
got invaded a lot.
That's
by
not.
the
It's
Yes.
not that far away from
Yeah.
Africa.
Yeah. We're all a little bit. The genetic thing is all a little bit mixed up. Most white people in America will have a little bit of that. Not all though. Like Walter.
No.
Like Walter said, he
No.
doesn't. He doesn't have it in there.
And then also there was some a Jewish thing in my wife's thing too, and yeah, there were some people in her family with the last name Halfin, and Halfin is a Jewish name. So that's like I said, somebody spit on somebody one night, and you got.
Yeah, it depends on what part of the world you came from and stuff like that. So.
I thought you were gonna say it depends on where they spit at.
Yeah,
No. I am not as
yeah.
terrible as Walter. Okay.
Oh, stop it! You are. Yes, you are.
Kieski says, was there some big group buy from Ancestry or something? I wasn't aware of these tests. Were so
No,
popular.
actually, he did it first over there. He did it first, and he goes, "You ought to do it and see what you come up with." And I said, "Yeah, let's do it. What the heck,
Yeah.
I didn't have any surprises. Everything I've been told as a child was true. So.
And now the Chinese have her DNA.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll be cloning us.
Yeah.
So.
I don't think they're gonna clone me. They'll probably destroy that shit.
They're gonna probably end that genetic line.
Yeah. Don't need any more of these idiots.
I'm on the list too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah. So.
Walter and I are going into the trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing is here is that this story is gonna keep unfolding, I guess. This story is gonna have legs and start walking here in a second, right?
The story that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
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 Oh, I would say. Yeah.
T-minus 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah. Brian
That's
Quick
at the
said.
end of the night.
Brian Quick says, what are the chances the 23andMe DNA type testing sites are total BS? They're not. I mean, I didn't use 23andMe. I use
we didn't,
Ancestry.
yeah.
But it's not BS. It's not.
No.
There's been multiple people in my extended family that have done that thing, and it's identified all of that. I think when you first get... Go
I
ahead.
might drop off, by the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna switch networks.
Okay. Go ahead, Walt.
I've had since I did that. I've had them say, "Oh, you've got a DNA thing," and show the name, and it's like, "Yeah, it's my cousin."
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah. But then to get these ones, the third and fourth cousins, I don't even look to see what it is. I don't even really, It's such a stretch. I don't know these. Even if I did, I don't know these people anyway, so it doesn't make any difference.
Right. Yeah. But no, it comes back.
I don't know if I really want to. You got to be careful who you. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want everyone in the family now to start like coming out and claiming you.
Yeah.
Especially when they see you delivering generators all over the country. Be like,
Where's
listen.
my generator, Walter? Where's my generator?
You'll get a guy called, listen, Walter, I'm your cousin Bob.
Hello.
I need a generator.
I've been in tornado. Hello.
LV Louis Cipher says he has someone notorious in the family.
Oh yeah.
So there you go.
I don't want to know. I really don't. I have no.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to know who's notorious in the family? Why do you change your name every time you sign in here, man?
Hey, when I want to be notorious.
Yeah. Change. Yeah. Yeah.
That's
so.
Demo Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah. This time he put his Demo Ranch signing in here. There you go. I know Demo Ranch. Demo Ranch is way better looking. No, I hang out. When we did the I don't actually know Demo Ranch at all. But when we did the 1,000-man shoot, he was like, I think right next to me or something like that. In the 1,000-man thing. So I'm in a Demo Ranch video for like a few seconds.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That's my claim to fame. I mean,
When you're building your mansion.
You know, never. Never. I'm never getting to mansion status. You know. Everyone's throwing
Hey,
up. What's up? What's up?
question. Where are you gonna sell your patches at?
I don't know. I don't know. Right now, I'm selling my patches on hankstrange.com. So, why?
And you have patches up there right now, right?
On hankstrange.com? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I should go over there and buy some patches, like everyone else should too.
Yeah. I'm sensing, Walter, that we're gonna get a plug for Black Swan Tactical coming at us here.
No, we're not. No, it's plugging your site.
Oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, go!
I mean, there is Black Swan Tactical where you can get 10% off this until this end of the weekend because there's a sale. But no, I was just plugging your site, not Black Swan Tactical.
Right. You're selling that Tony
Simon. Your source for mugs, T-shirts, and more.
Yeah, you're selling that Tony Simon patch over there, I guess.
Yeah, pre-order.
Yeah.
It goes to help out his diversity shoot.
Oh, okay. Cool. 2A says...
You all are alleging Alec Gopley is behind this? I don't know. No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I know who's behind it.
Yeah.
It's not Alan Gottlieb.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely something brewing out there, but if I was a Second Amendment organization out there, I wouldn't be defending politicians right now.
No.
I
don't get why attack GOA. I mean...
Yeah, why?
Because that's how this...
I mean...
It's about to get shiesty up in here, man. It's about to get shiesty.
Somebody's not getting their money they normally get or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to have to donate more. That's all I'm going to have to say.
Yeah. I think because Walter's camera's messed up, my camera's messed up. Yours is clear. So I think it's yours. I changed to a totally separate network.
Okay, I don't know. Let me see. I'm gonna see. So for a second, you guys might go bad here. Let me see what my internet thing is. It's obviously not as awesome, you know, because I'm not sitting in the power seat of America in Virginia, you know. Or
don't let him baff you with that bullshit.
I'm not in the awesome Clearwater mansions with Walter either.
I'm running an 850 something download and a 941 upload. So, boom.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm running.
Be able to see that.
I just did a speed test on this connection, and I'm getting 650 megs down and around 600 megs up.
Yeah, my upload right now is 39, which should be enough to do. Obviously, not as much as you guys.
Hank, you got to pedal faster.
Yeah, right. Yeah, obviously not as awesome as you guys, but so listen. Let's do a couple of things here. Let's do a couple of things before we run out of time.
Your camera looks great.
Yeah. So a couple of things I want to do. Let's do some Florida stuff. You can hang out with us. I think you know a little bit about Florida Man, John. You know, hopefully you never become Florida Man. You know.
You talking about Rich?
Yeah, Oh, we know Rich. We know he's going to be Florida Man one of these days. We know that shit is happening.
No, I'm just waiting.
Yeah, but let's do some Florida Man stuff. So here's a story that's really interesting I want to share with you guys. So here, let's just put this up here. Let me see if I could do this. Throw this up here on the screen. All right, there we go. Okay. So, I think this might be Walter, that this is Florida man's very unusual parking job leads to DUI arrest. Police in Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah, that's close.
Yeah, arrested a driver on DUI charges this week after they spotted his SUV hanging halfway off a seawall. That's a Lexus or something right there, isn't it? Is that a Lexus?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a high-end SUV for sure.
No, it's just some.
Yeah,
it was
Lexus.
probably one of the Gymkhana guys, and they kind of screwed up a little bit.
Yeah, officers are conducting a drunken driving investigation this afternoon after the driver of this vehicle found a very unusual parking spot behind Pier House 60 on Coronado Drive, Clearwater police wrote on Facebook about the Monday incident. The Lexus RX was perched on over Clearwater Bay at the far end of a sandy expanse adjacent to, but not in the direct line of, a paved parking lot. So somehow this guy, man, that could have gone really bad for him.
You want to hear a Florida man story that did go bad?
Okay, all right.
This is from
I know you want to distract from that one because now you don't have your Lexus. I heard you had a Lexus and now you don't have it anymore in your fleet. But okay, let's move on. Yeah.
I ain't got no.
Shout out to Tyvin out there.
I have an Alexis daughter that lives in New Orleans, but not
right. Not
a
Lexus. Yes. Okay. Go ahead. What's your Florida man story?
Well, I typed in Florida man, and the New York Post had these Florida man stories from way back when. Actually, it's 2015, I guess. This guy was hiding from the police, jumped in a lake, and the alligator killed him. He was running away from the police. They found him with no arm when they found him dead.
Oh.
Saved us money.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's yeah, I don't know if John has one, but here's another one. This Lola sent this one in. Al Capone's former South Florida home set for demolition. This house is a piece of crap, developer says. It doesn't look that bad.
Are they gonna find a safe?
It doesn't look. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad in the picture. Miami Beach, Florida, the South Florida house that gangster Al Capone owned for nearly 2 decades and died in is facing demolition plans. The Miami Herald reported Thursday that the new owners of the 9-bedroom Miami Beach house plan to demolish it after buying it for $10.75 million this summer. Wow.
Do whatever the hell they want with it.
Yeah. So one of the owners, developer Todd Glazer, told the Herald the home, which is about 3 feet below sea level, has flood damage and standing water underneath it. The new owners plan to build a 2-story modern spec home with 8 bedrooms, 8 bathrooms, a jacuzzi, a spa, and a sauna. The house is a piece of crap, Glazer said. It's a disgrace to Miami Beach.
Well.
And the owner is Glazer's business partner, Nelson Gonzalez, an investor and senior vice president of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. So there you go. Good for them.
Hey, good for them.
Yeah. Well, I got a Florida story.
You got what?
A guy in Florida hired an airplane to fly. It was supposed to say, "Joel, I got a question for you. Will you marry me?" On a second plane, what was going to come by and say, "Will you marry me?" But they forgot some of the letters, so it said, "You, I got a question for you."
Oh.
And people were like, "Tom,
yeah, that's a hate crime.
Some letters fell off or something, so like everyone's like Nazi stuff.
Yeah, that's a hate crime right there. Oh yeah. Chris Bullis says he just ordered the Tony Simon patch, by the way, and the Tyvin Show is saying everyone hit that like button. Here's something else I wanted to go to. This is not a Florida story, but I did want to bring it up because we didn't get a chance to talk about it yesterday, but I thought it was interesting.
You mean the sale of Black Swan Tactical?
No. This is from the U.S. Sun. Okay, locked and loaded. San Francisco will pay criminals $300 a month not to shoot other people in a desperate plan to tackle surging gun crime. San Francisco is planning to pay violent-prone people as much as $500 a month each to not pull the trigger and drive down gun crimes plaguing the city. This is a quote. These small investments can transform the lives of individuals, but they can also transform communities, said Cheryl Davis, executive director of the Human Rights Commission, which is rolling out the Dream Keeper Fellowship pilot program in October.
Are you not from the Babylon Bee?
Oh my!
No, that's a new story. You can look it up, John. You can look it up. They are seriously going to pay people to not shoot people.
What the hell is that?
Look it up.
I'm moving to San Francisco. I'll be like, where's my money?
John, I hate to say this, but you're the wrong color.
No.
I don't want to be blunt, but that's what this program is Gonna be handing money out.
So if you look this up, this is for real. There's a whole bunch of these
You
stories out
show up,
there.
you ain't gonna get no money.
I mean, they're not paying everyone. This is like a pilot program.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, like the dead voters. That's what about it. You're paying a lot of dead criminals, right? Yeah, it's like, hey, oh well. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. So if you
That
look
woman
it up,
looks-
there's a whole bunch of stories. Here, look, if you just search paying people to not shoot people, there's a whole bunch of it. It's KTVU, San Francisco will pay people to not shoot at others. New York Post, San Francisco will pay would-be criminals to not shoot people. I'm not making this up. I am not making this up.
I'm not saying. I'm just laughable. I just keep hearing this, and I go, "You're gonna pay a criminal to not shoot another, probably criminal for the most part." I think we should pay them to shoot each other. That way, eventually,
Yeah.
they'd all be gone.
See, this is from the New York Post. San Francisco will pay some potential criminals $300 a month not to shoot people. The city's Dreamkeeper Fellowship will give monthly gift cards to 10 people deemed to be at high risk of gun crime if they refrain from taking part in the city's alarming surge in shootings, officials told the San Francisco Examiner, as well as a $300 for staying out of trouble. Those in the pilot program can make an extra $200 if they meet other benchmarks, such as attending parole appointment and finding a job. The pilot, which starts in October, plans to expand to around 75 people a year. It's part of the mayor's 2-year initiative to invest $120 million in the city's black community.
Holy cow! I got that right, didn't I?
Yeah, yes, you did. I can't argue that.
We don't qualify, John.
Once again, Walter being a prophet.
I just had. Well, look, there's a black.
Well,
woman
John
talking about it,
qualifies 1%. You don't qualify at all.
Right? I'm Aryan. I don't decide.
Yeah,
about
you
that
don't.
shit,
Yeah,
so,
you don't qualify. And he's just joking. He's not Aryan. Yeah.
What do
Arian's
you mean?
actually from the Middle East.
Yeah. That's true.
Let's just say this. Just say this. I could have qualified for all that stuff back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what do you guys think
Okay.
about this?
I got one for you.
Uh-huh.
A Florida man says he stole a gator from a Florida mini golf course, then went on to attack cops and said, "Don't make me do something stupid for another Snickers bar."
What?
He's from Clearwater.
Yeah.
Can we,
Oh,
can we
Clearwater
just
people.
pay him Can we just pay him $300 a month?
Yeah,
to be
not to be violently attacking people with gators.
Well,
Yeah,
they're charging him with assault with a deadly weapon, a freaking alligator.
I mean, truth, that is.
You have to if you're the prosecuting type state person, you got to laugh about that stuff. Come on, you can't take this shit seriously. It's like,
Yeah.
Here, it's my gator. Stay away from me. I got my gator.
Yeah, of paying people to not commit crimes, 42 Chill says problem over. Michael Avon says, I have never shot anyone. When can I expect a check? Len Holt says, potential. There's hope for John. Brian Quick says, potential criminal. What is a potential criminal? You're not a criminal until you've been charged, tried, and
When you
convicted.
said that, automatically I just but oh, wait a minute. Everybody's a potential criminal in some form or another.
I'm sure they're going to put people who are past violent offenders into this program and give them money. Yes.
Felons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so Walter, we move there. I punch you in the face, then you punch me in the face, and then we can get the money.
The funny thing about this, you know what's the irony of all this, guys? I mean, in all seriousness, this is San Francisco.
California is screwed up.
Yeah, well, it's San Francisco. You know what it takes? Like $500 can't do shit for you in San Francisco. Seriously,
Well,
right?
if you're from Oakland.
Because of all the expenses and all that kind of stuff there, $500 can't do anything for you. These people are going to use that $500 to get to bling out their Glock 40s.
They
You
go
know?
get that's a wheel, man. I get one wheel for my Caprice with that.
Yeah.
Don't they have a problem with people shitting on the sidewalk in San Francisco?
Yeah, I'm sure they can pay people. If you think you could pay people to
To be
there's just
good.
so much wrong. Yeah, there's just so much wrong with this.
Be good. Be good.
But
Johnny,
San
be
Francisco, that San Francisco started this whole minimum wage thing and all this kind of stuff, right? Okay, $500. What is that going to do for people in San Francisco to stop them from being criminals?
That's a little bit of a crack.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of those criminals gonna be like, "Yo, you can't afford me, son. You cannot afford me $500."
I got me a new pair of shoes for that $500. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're going to be like, LA's offering me $600.
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're like free agent, violent criminals.
Yeah, I mean,
two more payments, and I get a new Glock. Shit.
Yeah, Len Holt says it perfectly. In San Francisco, you're broke if you have a job earning $100K.
You know what? I just realized they can do something with that $500.
What can they? Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Oh, I know it's coming.
That's fantastic. They can get 10% off. It makes it awesome right now until the end of the weekend.
Yeah.
Use code Hank.
Yeah.
I know what they can do with some of that money. They could go over to Dirtfoot Racing's website and they could buy a nice little mini bike gas tank that I have up there.
You know what? If it was me,
you're learning, Walther.
all the people filling out for that just lock their asses up. Oh, you're filling out for this thing where you're not going to shoot? Yeah.
I gotta go see that bus over there. Go climb in the bus, and then they'll give you money.
Fill out the forms in there.
I did read a story where the police department sent letters out to a bunch of people that were running for crime, saying, "Hey, you want a TV? Come down to the police department to pick it up."
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of them did show up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's the old football ticket thing too. We got tickets to the football game coming up. Yeah, come on down there.
That's what we should do here in Florida. Just put an advertisement. We will pay you $10,000 a month to not shoot anybody. If you think, and then everyone could oh, wait a second, I'm going to show up there.
Yep. But the TV thing is, they said pick it up at the police department.
Mm-hmm.
You think they would have figured that out?
Yeah, John Doe says San Francisco did announce that 100K income is considered low class. I mean, seriously.
And that's primarily because of the tech people and the snobby. Because they don't let you build any. They don't let any building being done there to make any housing, whether it's high class or low class or whatever it is. There's no. So there's only X amount of places to live and.
Yeah, they want a lot of these companies want to. Yeah, a lot of these companies want to save the people of the world, but not the people who work for them.
Yeah.
Screw those people.
I come from that world. I won't live out there. I've always worked remote for all the companies in like Menlo Park and stuff like that. MPK.
A friend of mine.
Mountain View.
A friend of mine's brother works for Google. And he has a studio apartment. Do you know what a studio apartment is? That is one room and a bathroom. And it's $3,000 in San Francisco. $3,000 a month.
What?
My friend, I think I told you this. One of my friends from Facebook, they turned her job to remote, and she owned a condo. And she sold her condo in San Francisco because she could move anywhere. And she moved to Montana, got Starlink, and bought a ranch.
Mm-hmm.
Cash.
I mean, $3,000 a month in Florida, that is a nice house. That's a mansion. That's a mansion in Florida.
Yeah.
Gated community. All amenities. Okay.
all the folks from New York you can stand.
Yeah. So, I mean, in the villages, that's a palace, and all the old ladies you can shake a stick at.
all the old you can knock up.
All the gilfs you could ever need, all the gilfs you could ever want. So, okay, listen, it's past 9 o'clock, so I do need to.
Jesus, I wasn't even supposed to be on tonight. What the hell?
I do need to actually wrap this up before Lola, before I get in trouble with Lola. So let me just thank everyone for hanging.
Lola loves us. Lola loves Walther and I. She's cool.
Yeah, I was the one who was having a nice conversation with her this
I
afternoon.
know. So listen, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to tell the folks out there how they could support you. I'm gonna start with let's actually start with John Crump. Go ahead, Crumpy.
I just did a John Crump News on YouTube, and John Crump Live is my other channel, which I see a lot of people out there that already subscribe. So yeah, go to Black Sun Tactical, buy some stuff, help support me. And one more thing, be sure to subscribe to DLD After Dark and Flying Rich. Those are my boys.
That's
All right.
the crew.
Yes. Okay. Oh, Flying Rich, huh? Okay, you can have him.
It'll BWE Firearms.
Right. Oh, you can have him too. You can have him too. You can have him too.
BWE,
Next time those guys want me to do something, I'm gonna be like, oh, I don't know you guys. You need to talk to Crump. So far as I know, you got to talk to Crump.
I stole your guys.
Yeah, whatever you want, ask John Crump. That's what I'm saying next time around. You know, John Crump is
John with the Hoff.
Yeah, John Crump is your daddy now.
In the third person now of the Hoff.
You created a monster. We had Richard nicely packaged and under control.
And now he's posting and everything else.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you run with that. That monster has to get fed. Let's see how long you could deal with that. We'll see how that goes. Okay, what?
Hoff says.
Oh, yeah, the Hoff. Yeah, you guys got to stop that Hoff nonsense. Walter. Yeah, Walter. Tell the folks out there how they can support you.
Well, you can support me by going buy some gas tanks over in Dirtfoot Racing. That's one way. Now there's Safety Hour Firearms on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. There's Dirtfoot Racing on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. There's safetyhourfirearms.com. There's stenparts.com for all your Sten parts needs and such. Yeah, I do have some gas tanks. Dirtfoot Racing's website's up. It's not very pretty. It's not special, but there is some stuff up for sale there.
Okay.
It's a work in progress. So.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I got to check that out.
Yeah, it's not very exciting. Bitch at Will if you have some ideas. I'm going to listen to me. So, that's Will's my son.
Mm-hmm.
He knows everything. He's all knowing.
Yeah. Oh, Will. Yeah. With that cranium.
He's all. Yeah. He inherited
that light bulb head. He's like a mad scientist. Money. Armament and Axis gave us $2. He says, "Peace to all. Stay 2A strong."
There you go.
Yeah, and 42 Chilled actually said, "Have a great Labor Day weekend." So Monday is Labor Day. I think we're taking Monday off, right? Since it's Labor Day, we're gonna take Monday off. Give Walter needs a break, not me. Oh, yeah. I'm good. I could keep going, but it's all Walter's fault.
I don't have to go to New Orleans this weekend, so I'm all right. So
yeah. So listen, we're gonna come right back here in a second, and we're gonna get words of wisdom from Walter. But big thanks to John Crump for coming on here, as well as Walter Keller. You guys need to check out Safety Harbor Firearms, as well as John Crump and all the different stuff that he does. I'm going to roll in the end. We're going to be right back. Everyone stay there. Big thanks to Walther Arms for sponsoring and supporting us. We appreciate you. Let's run this in. All right, guys. Thanks so much. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. Stay safe out there. Have fun. We won't be here Monday. We'll be back on Tuesday to have fun and hang out with you guys. So that all being said, no, you stay right there. You can't go anywhere yet. Okay, Walter, words of wisdom.
Have a good weekend. Don't party too much on Monday. You know. That's it.
Be safe. Do you want to add something to that, Crumpy? Oh, now he's got no audio, huh? You got nothing to say now.
I got nothing to say.
No, he's got nothing to say. Yeah.
It's better to burn out than to fade away. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Fade away. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll see you Tuesday. Peace.
Talk to you later. See ya.
See ya. We're out.